Happy to be back with you. I'm Jones Angell. He's the head coach of the Tar Heels, Larry Fedora. Thanks for being with us. Coach, in the bye week now with your team, been such an odd start to the year as far as the schedule. You've had just some stoppages of play, of course, had the hurricane, and now you play that quick turnaround to a Thursday game, now this long break with the bye week. Just how big of a challenge has that been, not having the normal routine, the normal rhythm that a football season normally has?
Well, yeah, I will tell you, in football, you like to get into a routine. You like to, I think our players become creatures of habit, and,
sure.
and it's nice to be able to do that. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that yet, and we haven't handled it very well. So we got to do a much better job of that. But things will settle down here after the bye week, and eventually we'll get back to even getting a chance to play at our home stadium.
So now you are in this long break without a game, Coach, after the Thursday game against Miami. How are you handling this extended stretch with no game?
Yeah, so the focus this week is really on us and just us getting better. And that starts individually with your individual drills and all the things you do. We're trying to pay attention to the details in everything that we do, both on the field and off, and making sure that our guys understand that's still the most important thing to get it done.
And then I assume at some point, and I know the coaches are already doing this, you begin moving into your game plan for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, so coaching-wise, we're able to start working on Virginia Tech ahead of schedule. Player-wise, we'll watch some film. We really won't introduce game plan things until the end of the week and then going into the weekend. So, but it gives everybody a chance to sit back and really evaluate what we need to do to get better.
Coach, let's take a look, just kind of in general terms, of the first couple of games this season. Start on the offensive side. It seems like the best thing your team's been able to do offensively is run the football pretty consistently.
Well, we have. I think we've gotten a little bit better each week as far as being able to run the ball effectively. And we may not have always had the numbers that we wanted, but we feel like our first down efficiency has been pretty good. It wasn't as good in the last game, but we still had quite a few explosive running plays throughout that game. So, we felt like we did what we needed to do in that area. And so I think our offensive line, our blocking on the perimeter, all of those things have improved enough to where we're being able to have some success running the football.
I know right now the quarterback position a little bit in flux, a work in progress, I think you called it earlier this week. Nathan had the really fine game against Pitt, but I know you just hadn't had the consistency there you wanted.
Yeah, we've got to be more consistent at that position, and the main thing is we got to take care of the football. And if we do that and we're running the ball effectively, then we have a chance to win a football game.
How do you look at that position moving forward, Coach? You have lots of options there, of course, with Nathan and Chaz, who have started a bunch of games, and some talented young players too.
Yeah, so we continue to evaluate those guys on a daily basis and everything they do, both on the field and off the field. And then we'll make a decision on who we feel like gives us the best chance to win a football game, and that's who we'll go with.
Coach, up front, Carolina's only allowed 4 sacks through 4 games. 3 of them came in the one game against Miami. How have you felt about that O-line play to this point?
Yeah, I think we started off and we were probably a little bit shaky, which was understandable because you hadn't had those 5 guys that have played together. And now I think those guys are starting to gel a little bit. They're starting to feel comfortable with each other. Their communication is good. And we're starting, I think, to become a solid unit up there.
Let's flip it over to the defense. No turnovers forced in the first 2 games. You have had now 3 takeaways in the last 2 games, and I know you'd like to see that trend continue.
Yeah, we've got to keep that trend going. It's that's our #1 key to victory for the defense, is to create at least 2 takeaways in every game. And so we've got to, we got that done this past week. We've got to continue that trend going forward.
Personnel-wise, Coach, it's been a little difficult on the defensive end. Of course, you've dealt with some suspensions on that side, most notably Tamon Fox and Malik Carney. Miles Dorn has been out. Aaron Crawford's been out due to injury. I know eventually you'd like to just have your full unit available there.
Yeah, and hopefully in this stretch, when we get into all these conference games, that we will have those guys back and have them ready to go.
How do you feel? I know you said that you want to stop the run better. That's your #1 concern right now defensively. How do you get that done?
Yeah, we've got to, we've got to get our guys to fit their gaps. I mean, that's the main thing, is fit your gap, do your responsibility, and then when you get there, you got to get there angry. You got to get the guy on the ground, and we got to get multiple people and multiple hats to the ball.
All right, 7 weeks left, Coach. 6 of those 7 games are conference games for the Tar Heels. What is your #1 focus here as you move through? We'll call it the back half of this season.
Yeah, well, we're not going to look past the next game. That's all we're going to do. And so all we need to do is focus on being 1-0.
Carolina and Virginia Tech is that next game. That is next Saturday, October the 13th. That's a 7 o'clock game. Should be a lot of fun. A night game in Kenan Stadium. Those are always a good time. Radio-wise, we'll be on the air at 6 p.m. for the Heels and the Hokies.